Most men over 40 have been dressing the same way for years, and honestly, that's smart. You figured out what works, what feels right, and you stopped chasing whatever teenagers are wearing. That's confidence, and it shows. But here's what I keep hearing from women over and over. There are a few specific things that make them look twice. Not because you need to change who you are, but because these small additions signal something most men your age stopped caring about. Presence, intention, and that quiet, still-got-it energy. This isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about maximizing what's already working. Wear what you love, but if you want to add a few pieces that genuinely boost how women see you and how you feel when you walk into a room, these 12 will do it. Everything I mention is linked below, and stick around until the end. The last one isn't clothing, but it's the first thing women notice. 1. The casual jacket. Women actually notice. Look, if you've got a go-to jacket that you love, keep wearing it. But here's something women have told me again and again. The right casual jacket is one of the fastest ways to make them take a second look. Not because your current one is wrong, but because most jackets men wear just don't do anything for them. And here's the part men don't realize. A bad jacket doesn't just look dated, it collapses your frame. Your shoulders disappear, your torso looks heavier, and the whole outfit reads as practical, not attractive. So here's the fix. Swap the sloppy utility jacket for a cotton bomber. Not shiny nylon, not leather with 14 zippers, just a clean matte bomber that hits the belt line, sharpens the shoulders, and makes even a t-shirt look intentional. The Vince Cotton bomber jacket nails that balance. Structured but relaxed, masculine without trying. One jacket, instant upgrade. It's the difference between guy who got dressed and man who still has presence. That last one was all about structure, literally wearing confidence on your shoulders. Now let's talk about the thing most men think they have handled, but it's actually the first place women can tell if you've stopped updating your style. 2. Dark fitted denim that cleans up the silhouette. If you've got jeans you love that fit well, keep them. But a lot of guys over 40 are wearing denim that used to fit perfectly 10 years ago, and women notice. Not in a judgmental way, but in a he could look even better way. Your old jeans might feel great, but here's what women actually see. Shape. Baggy, faded denim doesn't just look casual. It makes your legs look shorter and your whole frame look heavier. It adds volume in all the wrong places and collapses the structure that makes a man look put together. The fix isn't skinny jeans. It's dark, fitted denim with intention. Straight or slim straight, slight taper, no whiskering, no sandblasting, no fake distressing. The kind of jean that sharpens the outline of your body instead of blurring it. A pair like the Levi's 511 Slim. Fit the point. Clean, modern, not tight, not loose, just controlled. Women don't care what brand you're wearing. They care whether the jeans make your body look intentional or accidental. Because great denim doesn't just upgrade your outfit, it improves how you move inside it. Clean lines signal control. And control on a man over 40 reads as confidence every single time. That last one was all about denim, fixing the silhouette so your outfits start from a stronger base. But even the best jeans fall apart if the shoes underneath them look bulky, dated, or straight out of a clearance bin. And that's exactly where we're heading next. 3. Clean, white, minimalist sneakers. Most men over 40 think women don't notice footwear, but they do, instantly. Nothing ages a man faster than big, bulky comfort sneakers that look like they were designed for arch support and grocery runs. They make your outfit look heavier, your posture look sloppy, and your style looks stuck in another decade. Now the fix isn't designer sneakers with logos all over them. It's a clean white minimalist sneaker. Slim. Low profile, no dad shoe bulk. A pair that makes everything else you wear look sharper without trying. The Ted Baker Beck sneaker is the perfect entry point. Classic shape, smooth leather, no screaming branding. Because here's the truth, white sneakers aren't fashion, they're a cheat code. They brighten your outfit, clean up your lines, and give you the kind of effortless modern style women read as put together, not trying hard. One swap, dad sneaker to white minimalist sneaker. Instantly younger, instantly sharper, instantly more attractive. That one was all about the foundation, what's on your feet. But women don't just look down, they look at your wrist too. And what you wear there says more than you think. 4. Analog confidence. Most men over 40 don't realize this, but one of the quickest ways to make a great outfit feel cheap is the thing sitting on their wrist. A plastic fitness tracker, a chunky digital square, or a smartwatch that lights up every time someone likes a photo. It doesn't look efficient, it looks distracted. Women don't read he's on top of things, they read he's not fully here. The solution isn't going watchless, it's swapping the screen for a real timepiece. Not because it's old-fashioned, but because an analog watch signals something no smartwatch ever will. You own your time. It doesn't own you. A clean field watch, a diver, or a simple leather-strapped dress watch communicates presence, maturity, and restraint. 3 things that land harder after 40 than anything glowing on a display. A watch you wind or set by hand says more about you than a watch that buzzes every 6 minutes. It suggests you're grounded, not reactive. If you want something rugged but refined, the Seiko Prospex Diver hits that balance perfectly. Masculine, understated, and built to age well. Here's the rule: a smartwatch tells people what you're doing. A real watch tells people who you are. By the way, all the products I mentioned in this video, from jackets to watches, can be found down below in the description. That one was all about presence, what you communicate before you speak. But presence isn't just visual, it's tactile. And that's where texture becomes a silent advantage in the next chapter. 5. The knit that actually works. Most men over 40 still wear sweaters the way they did in the early 2000s. Loose, pilled, and stretched out at the cuffs. Here's the problem: fabric isn't just fabric. Women notice texture instantly. Soft equals inviting, rough equals neglected. The mistake is thinking a sweater is a sweater. It's not. The wrong knit adds visual bulk, hides your frame, and makes you look older than you are. The right knit does the opposite. It shapes you, softens you, and makes you look put together without trying. The fix is simple: textured knitwear, merino wool, cashmere, ribbed cotton, fabrics that look good and feel good. They don't just sit on the body, they drape, they outline the chest and shoulders, and they give off that subtle, refined energy women pick up on instantly. A piece that nails this is the Express Marled Merino crewneck. Clean lines, no logos, and a fit that works with everything from jeans to trousers. Because here's the truth: a great knit isn't loud, but it is remembered. Women don't compliment graphic tees. They compliment a sweater that makes you look like you take care of yourself. That last one was all about texture, how softness creates presence without noise. But fabric only matters when the fit does too. And that's exactly what we're dialing in next. 6. The polo that women actually notice. A lot of men over 40 wear polos loose, boxy, and like golf course collars, with shiny fabric and sleeves that flare out like umbrellas. That's not a polo. That's a uniform for men who stopped evolving. The truth is, women don't hate polos. They hate bad polos, the ones that hide your shape, add visual weight, and look like company swag from a corporate retreat. The upgrade isn't complicated. You want a polo that treats you like a grown man, not a billboard. No logos, no moisture wick sheen, no oversized sleeves flapping in the wind. A real polo has weight, structure, and a collar that stays sharp, not one that collapses by lunchtime. The knitwear polo is a personal favorite. Tailored arms, structured collar, matte cotton, and the kind of fit that makes your chest and shoulders look intentional, not accidental. Here's why it works. A good polo frames the torso like a casual dress shirt. It shows you have a body, even if you don't live in the gym. And unlike a t-shirt, it signals you chose what you put on. You didn't just reach for whatever was clean. That last one was all about subtle upgrades. Not dressing younger, just dressing sharper. And if this is making sense so far, hit subscribe. It helps more men over 40 find this, and it keeps videos like this coming. 7. The scent women remember. Most men over 40 either wear no scent at all, or they wear something that smells like a locker room in 2008. And if they do wear cologne, it's usually one of two extremes: the heavy cloud that enters the room before they do, or the cheap body spray that smells like a gas station gift set. Look, women don't just notice scent, they file it into memory. Scent is the fastest shortcut to attraction, nostalgia, and presence. A man who smells intentional becomes someone they remember, even if they don't know why. But remember, the fix isn't wear more cologne. It's to wear the right amount of the right scent. 2 sprays, pulse points, and a fragrance that smells like a man, not a teenager that just discovered Axe. If you want something modern and refined, try Prada L'Homme. Fresh, warm, understated, like a cashmere sweater in fragrance form. Why it works: scent travels before you speak, but lingers after you leave. Clothes get seen, scent gets remembered. That last one was all about presence. Not what they see, but what stays with them. Now let's move into texture, because sometimes attraction starts with what feels good, not just what looks good. 8. The power of suede. Most men over 40 treat everything in their wardrobe like it has to be smooth, shiny, or practical. Full-grain leather, nylon windbreakers, polished dress shoes, all hard surfaces, no softness. The problem? That kind of wardrobe looks finished, but it doesn't feel inviting. Women notice texture more than men do, and suede is the one material almost every woman reacts to instinctively. It looks good, but more importantly, it feels good. The mistake isn't leather, the mistake is only leather. The fix is adding one suede piece: a jacket, a loafer, or a simple chukka boot, because suede adds something most men forget: sensory appeal. It softens the look without weakening the masculinity. A suede trucker jacket instantly upgrades a plain tee and jeans. A pair of dark brown suede chukkas makes even old denim look intentional. And the best part? Suede ages better than smooth leather. It develops depth, not cracks. A perfect starter is the Donald Plinner boot in dark brown suede if you want a simple, timeless shoe women will literally compliment without being asked. And yes, those boots are down in the description along with everything else I mentioned in today's video. Suede creates a visual and tactile cue. It looks touchable and that triggers attraction on a level men rarely think about. That last one was all about texture, the kind women notice without saying a word. Now let's move into something even more underrated. The pants that make you look sharp without wearing a suit. 9. Gray trousers. Most men over 40 live in two extremes: jeans or suit pants, weekend denim or office slacks. And because of that, they miss the one pair of pants women always notice. Not because they're loud, but because they signal a man who knows how to dress without trying too hard. Gray wool or cotton trousers are the middle ground. Relaxed, refined, and sharper than denim without looking dressed up. They make every outfit look intentional. A navy polo suddenly looks elevated. A crew neck sweater looks European instead of suburban. Even a plain white tee looks like you didn't settle. You selected. And here's the part most men don't realize. Women don't respond to formality, they respond to effortless polish. Gray trousers say, "I care," but never, "I'm here for a board meeting." If you want the perfect starter pair, the Pangaea trouser nails that tailored but comfortable look. Gray trousers put shape back into your lower half without the stiffness of a suit or the slouch of denim. They make your body look sharper, your outfit look smarter, and your presence feel grown, not outdated. That last one was all about upgrading the base layer of your style. Next, we're heading to the one accessory men think is optional, but women use to instantly judge taste. 10. Timeless eyewear that frames your face. A lot of men over 40 are still wearing wraparound sport sunglasses, the kind that look like they came free with a gas station protein shake. They might be practical for mowing the lawn or cycling, but the second you pair them with a real outfit, they drag your whole look straight into midlife crisis athlete territory. Here's the fix. Eyewear that frames your face, not eyewear that tries to turn you into a NASCAR driver. Women don't respond to performance optics. They respond to eye contact that feels intentional, grounded, and masculine. That happens when the frames have structure, not curves and neon plastic. If you want something classic and affordable, the Ray-Ban Clubmaster is still undefeated. Intellectual, confident, never loud. The difference is immediate. Sport lenses hide your eyes, real frames frame your character. One says, "I still think I'm 25." The other says, "I know who I am." And that's the attraction trigger women never explain. Clarity is magnetic. When a man doesn't need his sunglasses to perform for him, his presence does the work. Up next, we're tackling accessories. The small details that separate a well-dressed man from a man who just got dressed. 11. One refined accessory instead of none. A lot of men over 40 avoid accessories completely. No bracelet, no ring, no leather cuff, nothing. They tell themselves it's simple or classic, but to women it often reads as unfinished, like the outfit stops instead of concludes. Here's the solution. One refined accessory, not a handful. One piece that adds quiet intention. Women don't react to accessories because they're loud. They react because they signal awareness, that you notice the small things, not just the obvious ones. Any man can buy a jacket. A man with presence edits the final 2% of the outfit. If you want something subtle, the Legram sterling silver ring is the perfect, barely there but still there piece. The goal isn't to accessorize, the goal is to look finished. One detail that only becomes visible when someone's close enough to notice, because that's exactly the distance where attraction matters. That last one was about adding refinement through intention, not clutter. But even the right outfit can collapse if one area is ignored. 12. Grooming that matches the outfit. A lot of men over 40 take care of their clothes, but forget the one thing women notice first. Grooming. Clean shirt, nice shoes, good jacket, but the nails are uneven, the beard is patchy, or the skin is dry. No outfit survives bad grooming. It doesn't matter how expensive the watch is if the hands wearing it look neglected. So treat grooming the same way you treat tailoring, not flashy, just intentional. Short, clean nails. A beard that's shaped, not present. Skin that looks healthy, not shiny or dull. You don't need a 12-step routine, just adult-level upkeep. All it takes is a simple moisturizer like the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream with squalane, and you're already in the top 10% of men your age, not because you're pretty, but because you're polished. Women don't expect perfection. They just notice when a man respects himself enough to maintain the details. Grooming isn't about vanity, it's about signaling that you still care, and that energy is impossible to fake. Well, you don't need all 12 of these. Most men make 2 or 3 upgrades, and suddenly they look sharper, feel sharper, and carry themselves differently. Not because the clothes changed them, but because they started choosing instead of settling. That's the real win after 40. Not dressing younger, dressing like a man who still pays attention, a man who edits, a man with standards. Everything I mentioned is linked below. Real pieces that work in the real world and get better with age. If this helped, good. That means you're not done evolving. The next step's simple. Watch the next video on screen. Keep refining, and I'll see you there.